boys and girls. Today, for our math lesson, you are going to, if you read the board behind me, today you will record measuring data and practice subtraction with regrouping. Those are the two things you're going to be working on today. So, what you're going to need to do some of your measuring is some kind of tape measure. That's the best. So I have a little tiny one like this. Your mom might have one of these in her purse or something like that. A little tiny one like that. You might have one like this, a flexible one at home, like a tape measure. Maybe it's in a sewing kit or something. Or one of your grown-ups might have a tape measure like this, either in the junk drawer or in a toolbox. Something like that, it works the best. One of these works the best. If you don't have any of those things, you can measure the things we're measuring today with a string. So make a string exactly that length, chop it, string, piece of yarn, something like that, and then measure it with a ruler. And I know you do have your inch ruler and your centimeter ruler in the yellow envelope that I sent you. So you could use that. Then you could lay out the string and measure the inches. You'd have to add it all up. But you could do that, and your grown-up could probably help you with that if you don't have a tape measure. Tape measures are the best for this, though. Okay, I know, if we were at school, you could use your fun tape measure that we never get to use. So, I bet you're having a question, maybe about record. Record measuring data. That means to write it down. That's all it means. Keep track of it. And measuring data is the information. So, how many inches? How many centimeters? You're going to need page 180 in your math book and 181, but we're starting with page 180, and you're going to have your arm span measured. You're going to need a helper, and I have a helper here today. It's Annabelle.
Hi, guys.
And so, let's see. There we are. So, Annabelle, will you stand with your arms, I'm going to scooch this off to the side, out like in a perfect T, like that. Good job. And then I'm going to use my flexible tape measure, and I'm going to measure your arm span in inches.
Okay.
Now, it's a tiny bit hard, because there, can you kind of squeeze your fingers together? So there, I have the very end, this finger, right here, her longest finger, and I go all the way across. Whoa, Annabelle, your arm span is past 60 inches. So 60 is right there. Let go. Can you see me doing this? Yeah. Now I have to just add on a little bit more. 62 inches. Your arm span is 62 inches. And then I'm going to need my math book. See it right there? And it says my arm span is about how many inches. And for Annabelle, we're going to write 62. Yours will not be 62. I think most of you will be a lot less than that. And now we're going to measure Annabelle's arm span in centimeters. So on the other side of my tape measure, I have centimeters right down there. So here we go. Now can you hold that again? And we're going to have to add on to this other side. All right, 152 is right there. And here we go. You don't have to do it with this, guys, but you see why you would need a helper for this. You cannot measure your arm span by yourself. 152 plus 8, 160. 100, and then you're going to record that data right here. My arm span is about how many centimeters? 160. And see how I wrote it down in there with pencil. Now the next page, we have to do page 181 together. And now Annabelle has to do a long jump for us. For Annabelle to do this long jump, I'm going to squish this computer down so you can see her feet and what she does. What she's going to do first is put her toes behind the edge of this sticky note. So can I see it? So just your toes just touching the edge of that, Annabelle. And then she is going to jump from a standing still position. And when she lands over here, she's going to stay exactly where she is. I'm going to take a second sticky note and put it right behind her heels. And then we're going to measure how far she jumped. And we're going to do this 2 times. Go, Belle. Put your hip on. Good. There's your first jump. Go back. And let's try it one more time. Then we'll measure both of these. And we're going to record the longest one. All righty, there you go. Okay, so now I think we should bring this a little bit closer so you can see what we're doing. Down low. And we started down there. And I'm going to use my other tape measure this time. On my book right here. Annabelle's first jump. Remember, she started behind the tape measure. And you got behind the sticky note, so I start at that end. And I go all the way to the other end of this sticky note was 36 inches. So her first jump, I write 36 inches right here. Be careful, centimeters is on top. If you look at this book. See how it has, whoops, wrong side, Mrs. Avolio. Centimeters on top and inches on the bottom. I'm going to stick with inches and just make sure I write it in the right spot though. And then her second jump was 35 inches. And let's show you. So, can you see how I wrote those in? Now I need to measure in centimeters. You want to hold that side, Annabelle?
Sure.
There you go. And this one is 93 centimeters. So I'll write that one down. Right here, her first jump is 93 centimeters. And her second jump is 90 centimeters. That seems about right to me. Okay. Then it says circle the measurements of your longest jump. So her longest jump was 93 centimeters and 36 inches. So I'm going to circle that. And I'm going to go over here to my arm span data, and I'm going to circle my inch measurement there. And those circled numbers you are going to use on a Google Doc that I need you to fill in on Google Classroom. All right, well, have fun doing your measuring, and maybe your whole family will get into the long jumps and arm spans. It should be really fun. A little fact that I have for you about arm spans is this. Usually, your arm span is the same as how tall you are. You want to measure my arm span?
Sure.
Okay, here, you can use this tape measure. I'll back up so you can see the ends of my hands. Hold that one. Okay. And do it in inches, okay, Annabelle?
Okay. 64.5 inches.
64 and a half. And I am 66 inches tall, so that's pretty close. And Annabelle is 65 inches tall. She's 65 inches tall, and her arm span was 62 inches, so it's pretty close. So see how yours is compared to how tall you are. You might need to lay down and have somebody measure how tall you are. All right, have a great time. Be sure to do those subtraction with regrouping pages, all right? See you soon. Bye.